I grew up in the mountains, and for me, I really love the way the mountains are constantly kind of hiding and revealing themselves in mist and clouds, and I really love this idea of mystery. I like to use kind of otherworldly colors, a lot of bright pinks and turquoises, and a palette that's not necessarily a realistic palette. It's more of a dreamscape, I'd say. So everything I paint isn't really a specific place, it's more of an idea of a place. For me, I kind of knew I could be a painter. You know, it was one of my very first shows, and it was just a little gallery, or a little hair salon that a friend of mine knew the owner of, and they allowed me to use the space to kind of put on my own little amateur show. And at the time, I didn't really know what I was painting. It was really making work for that show that I really found my style. And you know, that's kind of when everything started to sell during that show, and it was all the pieces that I had made that I thought were more me. And during that night, you know, when I was just putting all the red dots on the wall, and everyone was so supportive and everyone was really feeling it, it's kind of, that's the moment when I thought, like, all right, like I could do this as an artist. And then everything kind of just snowballed after that. I ended up getting into a pop-up gallery, and then I ended up getting into a few more galleries in Banff, and I was finally able to quit my day job and just pursue painting full time. I was actually born in Banff. I think I'm one of the few people who have born in Banff on their passport. You can't have babies there anymore. But when I was really young, I lived in Langlois, and growing up, I spent a lot of my time in the mountains. And so most of my work has to do with you know, misty trees, kind of misty lakes. I paint a lot of pine cones and, you know, pussy willows and sticks and nature-inspired things that I find kind of where I live. And it's a really special place, and I realize that now that I've grown up and had a chance to move away and come back. The passion of art for me kind of came from the fact that I was kind of a bit of a lonely kid. I didn't really have that many friends, and I was kind of introverted and kind of shy. And so drawing was something that I could do. I could kind of get into my head and really, you know, create my own little world. And then also it was something that I was good at and that I was recognized for, and so that kind of always made me, you know, made me happy and made me feel good, because I didn't have those kind of close friendships and that sort of thing. You know, there's always different highs and lows in it, and I think one of the hard things about being a creative person is that when you put yourself out there on the line, if people don't like it, or people don't want to buy it, or they're not interested in it, it's not just that they don't like your art, they don't like you. It's like you're so in with what you're making. It's such a part of you that it could be really defeating when it's not well received. You know, the lows, it's kind of a constant basis. You know, I'm constantly making work that I'm like, I hate this, I suck. And there's no real moment when I was gonna, you know, quit permanently, or, you know, decided, you know, painting isn't for me. I've always kind of wanted to pursue it and, you know, push forward with it. Now that I'm, you know, doing what I want to do, and I'm just a lot more confident in who I am, and yeah, I think that's definitely changed.